Hi everybody, my name is Ryan Relich. I'm the Director of Controls here at AccuAir Suspension, and today I'm going to take you through a high-level overview of what we make and how all of these products work together. So we're going to start with the E+ ECU. This is the backbone of everything you're going to do with an AccuAir system. This is where all of your sensors, cables, all your harnesses plug in. So this is really the brain of the system. It has all the traditional plugs that you saw in our R9 and R10 ECUs, except for now they're on the back where you can hide all your wiring, along with additional back mounts and bottom mounts in the aluminum housing. We built Bluetooth in, and it's got RGBs, so it will actually light up whatever color and brightness you want for your install in the included LEDs behind the logo. With this ECU, this is completely back compatible. What that means is you can use it in place of your old ECU. It's a simple plug and play upgrade. That means it'll work with your old sensors, your old touchpad, whatever you have existing with an E-level or switch speed setup. It will run both manual, so you just have direct control of the valves, pressure-based presets with our Pressure Plus kit, or height-based presets if you take the Height Plus kit. They all use the same plug, so it's just a matter of preference which sensors you would like to use. With the built-in Bluetooth, that gives you access to our E+ app. What's really cool is the E+ app has a bunch of features that we built in because it's what we wanted to use. So it does things like real-time height or pressure display as you're driving. It has a built-in valet mode so that you can lock your car into a safe drive height no matter who's getting in and out. It gives you all of the same controls and a bunch of extra functions and settings that you previously couldn't use, including things like a system diagnostic. That'll let you see all your system voltages anytime we're troubleshooting or you want to know what your system's doing. It'll give you all of that information right from your phone. The E+ Connect, which includes the pressure sensor and all harnesses for a new install, is standard in all of our packages. So your starter, premium, and ultimate will have this ECU. And for our existing customers, instead of buying an E+ Connect, you can actually buy an E+ Upgrade in case you don't need new sensors and new harnesses. That's just a simple ECU for existing systems. They can buy the E+ Upgrade, or if you have a new install, you can buy the E+ Connect with everything you need to get started. This is my favorite part of an AccuAir system, the Touchpad Plus. This is how you actually interface with the system. Along your left side, you have your 3 presets. On your right side, you have paired controls for the front axle, paired controls for the rear axle, and then individual corners up and down. And finally, the best button of all down. This is what will actually air your system out and lay your car or truck completely flat out. Now, while these buttons are great, we also are really critical about the button feel and how this feels in your hand because it's what you're going to interface with every day. This is made out of stainless steel. It's been black nitrided. It's got a cable coming out of the back that can come out either through the bottom or straight out through the back. And then rear mounting holes. One of the unique things about our Touchpad Plus and what makes it very cool for mounting is it's also magnetic. So if you're running any sort of phone mount, Mob Armor, Scosche, whoever you like, you can just stick it, and when you're ready for it, pull it right back off. One of the upgrades we did in the Touchpad Plus versus the previous touchpads is we built in a compressor indicator. So anytime your compressors are running, this C here in the center of the touchpad will actually light up and blink in green to tell you that your compressors are running and it's building pressure. So this touchpad works whether you're running fully manual with pressure presets or height presets, same touchpad. You can have this in any of our packages as an add-on, and it comes standard in our Ultimate package. If you're an existing AccuAir user, this is also completely back compatible with any previous touchpads you have. This is a Height Plus kit. These are your height sensors. So if you're running E-level with height, which is the more traditional method, this is what you would run. These sensors measure the distance between a control arm and the frame or body of the vehicle. So as this arm moves, we read that in and we know that the height is changing. Included in this kit, you get your sensors, linkages, heim joints, your wire harness, and all of your mounting hardware that you could need to install all 4 corners. This is the most accurate and consistent leveling method we can offer. It will compensate for things like changes in weight or load if you have more passengers get in or out of the vehicle. It will actively level and maintain that because it knows what height it should be at. These come with plastic arms. We always recommend plastic arms because if the sensor is ever installed wrong and something happens, The arm is replaceable and you don't have to replace the sensor. Height sensors come standard in our premium and ultimate packages. And if you have a starter package or an existing install that's currently running manual, or maybe you're running pressure-based, this is always an upgrade path. You can switch your ECU and recalibrate at any time and switch between manual, pressure, or height. This is an AccuAir Pressure Plus kit. What this kit is used for is if you want to take your E+ ECU and run pressure-based presets, you would use this harness and these sensors. 7-foot long harness, it's got all 4 corners on it. Then each sensor plugs right in. This makes the sensors easily serviceable. They're the same as our tank pressure sensors, so if you ever need stock replacements, you only need to stock one. Direct plug and play, 200 PSI max pressure. Now that we've gone over height sensors and pressure sensors, you might have some questions about height versus pressure. What are the pros, the cons, the benefits? What do you need to know to make a decision between one or the other? If you go to the AccuAir Suspension YouTube, you will find an Academics 101 video explaining all of the differences. This is something that AccuAir is very well known for. It's been proven reliable in thousands and thousands of installs around the world. This is a VU4 manifold. This is a very traditional manifold. We're running 1/4-inch MPT ports all the way around. That allows you to run whatever fittings you would like. We include 1/4-inch MPT to 3/8 PTC adapters, so you can get up and running right out of the box, assuming you want to stay with 3/8. Now this manifold has double ports, so we have 1 through 4 on each side. These can either be used for symmetric plumbing if you want a certain look. They can be used to put your pressure plus sensors in the back side, whether you want digital gauge ports. We also have double intake and exhaust ports that allow you a little bit extra flow. Anodized aluminum construction, and the valves are completely serviceable. With a VU4, you can actually run it with any combination of controls you would like, whether it's an E+ ECU, whether you're running switches and gauges, whatever option, you can wire it straight to it. It'll work with any style of management, any type of bags, any line size. It's a super flexible tool for any install. The VU4 is standard in our starter package, where it comes with a T5, which is our 5-gallon endo tank, but it can be used in any configuration that you would like. This is an ENDO-T 3. This is from our Endo tank line, which means it's an all aluminum construction with bolted end caps. This is a 3-gallon size. We also offer a 5 that's just a little bit wider. It's about 10 inches longer. It's a 6.615-inch outer diameter, comes with all the mounting feet you need, and offers a wide range of MPT ports. So we have ports built into each end cap, as well as back-mounted ports, which I like to use personally for compressor inputs. So one of the unique things about our tanks is we build in a safety valve. What this valve is used for is if the tank is ever overpressurized for some reason, it will open up at 400 PSI and let any excess pressure out. Even though it's a DOT rated tank for 200 PSI, we like to have that extra safety factor in there. You can also see there's a wide range of ports on the end of the tank. So you have 1/4-inch MPT and 1/8-inch MPT, along with 3/8 in case you want to mount anything you desire into these end caps. This is a very typical configuration where we run an ENDO-T tank along with a VU4. This is actually what comes standard in our starter package. It's a very proven, reliable configuration. Typically run from one of your ports, either on the end or the back of the tank, straight around the intakes on your VU4. This is how you get air from your tank into the valve, where the ECU can then send it to each individual corner. Now in this configuration, you have 2 standalone and separate components, whereas with certain products that we offer, like the ENDO-VT, they're actually integrated into one. This is an ENDO-VT 45. This is something we do that nobody else does, where we build the valves inside of the tank. This is really nice for a lot of reasons. It simplifies your install, it simplifies your wiring, it simplifies your plumbing, because you don't have all these separate components going around your trunk or wherever you decide to mount it. This is a 5-gallon length, aluminum construction with bolted end caps. In the 5-gallon length, we have 3 sets of accessory mounts. Again, these can either be used for hanging mounts if you want to do a floating install, or they're great mounts if you want to mount an ECU mount or dual compressor mounts, or however you choose to include your other components. It gives you that flexibility to expand out. Built into the end of a VT45 is one of these caps on each side. What's unique about this is a lot of different things. So this is our cap with our valves built in. It's the same valves you see in a VU4, just integrated into a little different form factor. So if you look at the inside, this is actually a stainless steel filter. What this does is it prevents any debris that gets into your tank from ever getting into the supply side of the valves. When we rotate around to the outside, built into each one of these push-to-connect ports is an additional filter that protects it from the spring side. So now we're filtered on the supply and the output side of the valve so that we can never get debris back in. Then additionally, there are flow controls built in. So these are individual flow controls up and down for each corner. What this allows you to do is adjust the speed that the vehicle moves, so that the vehicle lowers flat. The internal valve construction on these is entirely stainless steel. Now the VT tanks are standard in our premium and ultimate packages, but they can be run with any management or any configuration you would like. So you can run switches and gauges with one of these tanks and direct wire it. You can run it with RECU, and if you want, you can actually combine a VT tank and T tank to gain additional volume. If you have any more questions about our products, or if you want to see some of our supporting products and accessories, things like fittings or struts or compressors or different mounts for the products we sell, you can find them all at AccuAir.com. And if you have any other questions, you can always reach out to our sales team at sales@AccuAir.com, and they'll help you get sorted so you can find the right products for your ride. And with that, I'm gonna go back to making you guys some new products.